To this video, and in this video we are going to learn about the one of the interesting topic in iOS is key value observer and key value coding. So the key value observer and key value coding is shortly called as KVC and KVO, and also it is one of the most important questions in every interviewer will ask. So we use this particular KVC and KVO in a day-to-day life in an iOS app development, but we don't know how it exactly works. So in this video we are going to learn how it works and how we have implemented it in a real time. So for that I have took an example called class, which is class name called bank. So the bank name has customer and phone number. So I have initialized with the customer name and the phone number, and I have get the value from the initialization and assign it to the base customer name. So that self.customer name is equal to customer name. Likewise for the phone number. So next thing, I have just created an object for the bank. In initialization I have just initialized the name as Mohanraj and the phone number as 123, and I have just printed it as phone number. So in this case it is a very simple example. Using a class, we have initialized some objects to the class objects and we have retrieved our objects. So in this case it perfectly works fine. So here the situation is like, so in consider in a bank, whenever the customer changes his phone number or your phone number, we just want to get whether the phone number is changed or not dynamically. So in this case the key value observer and the key value coding is going to help us to solve the situation. But without this particular concept, we couldn't able to get whether the phone number is changed or not with this particular customer. So consider I am just changing the phone number as again as 000, but I couldn't able to retrieve whether it is changed from 00 or not. So in this place the KVC and the KVO is going to help for us. So for that let me do it. So whenever we are going to implement this KVC, we need to add an parent class as NS objects to the class, and I just want to get this phone number. Whenever it gets changed, I just want to notify that. So for that I am just applying the dynamic Objective-C objects to it, so that we need to get an key value key as a Objective-C and dynamic. Okay, so this Objective-C implements like this particular concept is came across from the Objective-C, so I utilized that. And dynamic is the one which we need, which it helps us to know whenever the value gets changed in this phone number, we can able to get that observer. So that's the way this particular statement intimate us. So without waiting, I am just going to write an key value for it. So key value coding. So for that, let phone equal to object dot value for the key phone number, and I'm just going to print this phone number. So you see what I'm expecting is like the phone number should be print like 0/0 000. So you by seeing this particular line 31, you can able to know like in dictionary itself you have a bulk of dictionary. To get the retrieve the value from the dictionary, we use this kind of statement like dot value for key. So based on the key value, it says retrieves the values from the object and it will get printed out here. So let's run this code and let's see what's going to happen. Okay, yes, so I have just initialized the object and get the print as 123, because initially I have just done phone number as 123, and again I am just changing the phone number as 000, and I am with the help of this key value coding, I am just getting this phone number, and the phone number is like 000. Yes, we have retrieved this object via key value coding. So I have just told you like whenever this phone number changed, I need to know whether the phone number is changed or not. For that we have to use key value observer. So here we are using the key value observer. Okay, so for that let me go and create an observer and object dot observer dot thing. Okay, so here is an inbuilt function for observe the things whatever happening. So it asks for the key path whether what variable we need to analyze, and it has an option whether we need to have a new or old, and completion is being handled over here. So whenever we need to get a particular variable, for that we need to give an forward slash dot phone number. So here next coming to the options, so I need a new as well as old one. And in the bank, so it implies like this is in bank class, and the value is value. So in a print statement I have just value dot new value and print value dot old value. So I just printed out what is the new value and what is the old value. Okay, so here you see like this particular statement implies like we have to always keep it as an any, because it is an old and new value. Okay, this particular statement implies like we have added an observer for this particular object, and we implicates this whenever the phone number change. So that's why we have kept an variables as a phone number here, and we have kept an options like for I just want for the new as well as old one, and I just created an bank object for the values. These values can be determined by yourself. You can create whatever values you need. So currently I'm just given a test value as value itself. So I printed out the value of new and the value of phone. So and I'm just calling this function print observer. So okay, and again I am changing this value of observer objects to objects class phone number is equal to 787875. Okay, so let me run this code again. Okay, yes, first we have created an object, and we have initialized the object with the phone number as 123. So in an print we are getting as an 123. Next again we have created a phone number as 000. So we with the key value coding we can able to retrieve the values from the objects via this key value. So if the key value is wrong, you won't get the value, so it will be printed as 0. Next again we have added an observer for this phone number. So whenever the values changes in the observer phone number, we just retrieve those old value as well as new value. And again I'm just calling this observer, and this observer again I'm just initializing this value as 789. Now this time you can able to know the new value is 7895 something, and the old value is 0, because until this point the old value is 000, so that we can able to retrieve the value. And like this way this k value coding and k value observers works. And I've just added this phone number because we just added this objective dynamically keyword in this particular statement only, so I have just used it with the phone number. Likewise this k value observer and the k value coding is using. And also I already told you like this k value observer and the k value coding is something we have been using by day. So how it is like, so consider we are using an storyboard where we have an label kind. So whenever the values get changed with the label, we can able to retrieve the values from the label. So how it is doing, like it's indirectly with the help of this key value observer only, this, but whenever we change the value it's getting updated over this particular things. So this way we just implemented this k value observer and the k value coding. So that's the thing I just want you to know. If you have any queries or doubt in it, you just comment thoughts, and hit a like button if you like this video. And thanks for watching this video. Have a great day. Bye bye.